Sky Squad, we are back in the building. Happy Thirsty Thursday, baby. Happy Thirsty Thursday. That means we are one day closer to Friday and one day closer to the weekend, baby. And I am ready for it. So, before we get into any weekend shenanigans, we have got to talk about the things that are going on in the reality TV landscape. Specifically, we got some intel, okay, about this NeNe and Tamar situation, as well as some intel about Kimora Simmons potentially joining the Housewives. So let's break it all down. So, first things first, we want to send a shout out to Jason Lee over at Hollywood Unlocked. This story comes directly from Hollywood Unlocked. I happened to catch it first on Urban Bell Mag, but I will place the link for the exclusive from Jason Lee at Hollywood Unlocked in the description of this video here on YouTube. If you are watching this elsewhere, be sure to head on over to YouTube, watch the video so that you can get all the information, because he gave 2 hours worth of information on his show. But the part that we want to talk about today, which was also the part highlighted in Urban Bell Mag, and again, both links will be down in the description for you to peruse and consume below. But here is what Jason is saying happened betwixt Tamar and NeNe that allegedly led to Tamar unfollowing NeNe Leakes on Instagram. Okay. Now, when Tamar was asked about unfollowing NeNe, she kind of shrugged it off. She also mentioned that she unfollows people all the time, including her own sisters. So she didn't think it was a big deal and she wishes NeNe well. Personally, I mean, for me, I feel like more celebrities should just use the mute button. That way, no one knows what's going on or who they are following or unfollowing, right? So, in my mind, if I'm unfollowing you, that's a big deal. Like, I gotta really not, I could, because socially speaking, I can just mute you and never see your stuff again, okay? And nobody is none the wiser. It don't make a headline, okay? But it does make a headline when you do, when you unfollow, okay? So Jason Lee talked about this on the Hollywood Unlocked YouTube channel. And so here is what he had to say, okay? Because you guys may have heard that Tamar has been linked with this man right here, who is attorney Jeremy Robinson, okay? So here is what Jason had to say. Tay, you have to give me some answers, because the last time I heard you had a man with somebody that NeNe was trying to hook up with her homegirl after y'all went on a double date. Did I just spill some tea? Okay. So then the article goes on to state that he says Tamar and NeNe went on a double date with NeNe's man, who's allegedly married to a woman and another man that she liked. And NeNe tried to hook up her friend, who is not Tamar, with the guy Tamar was talking to behind Tamar's back. They all went to Miami or a trip behind Tamar's back, and then Tamar found out. And then she told me, this is, I guess, Jason speaking, but I shouldn't have said that, huh? So then Jason goes on to say that the alleged situation was shady. He says, look, I don't know if I was supposed to say anything, but NeNe, that was some shady stuff. And that's why I don't mess with people. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, if y'all bring around my man, do not play with me, because Tamar, she is under construction, so she ain't going to say nothing. She was hurt by that. I should just say allegedly all the way through that, right? I can provide receipts upon request. Now, again, if he's saying it, listen, I believe it. All right. Now, excuse me. Ooh, it sounds bad though, because NeNe is already in kind of a mess of a situation herself. You know what I'm saying? Because NeNe is, currently still linked with this young man right here. Okay. They look good together. And so, according to Yahoo News, NeNe was on V103's The Big Tigger Morning Show recently to discuss what's going on in her life, including her recent surgical procedure. Okay. Now, if you guys are wondering about what that surgical procedure is, that is the what she calls the a professional BBL or a mini BBL, which she has spoken about here on her Instagram page as well. I don't know why she um turned off the comments on this, because I feel like if you want to get your BBL or whatever you want to get done, girl, get it done. Like, I mean, you beautiful regardless to me, but at the end of the day, it's like if you want to get a BBL, I mean, I say go get a BBL. It's your money, it's your life. You do whatever you want to do. But anyway, if you say so perfectly pretty you get $100 off your consultation fee with the Georgia Plastics. Anyway, I assume maybe she was going on there to promote, maybe that, and maybe her stint on Celebrity College Hill Celebrity Edition, right? But what they wanted to ask her about was this lawsuit, okay, that the man she is seeing, the wife, okay, has filed a lawsuit against NeNe Leakes, accusing her of interfering with their marriage and alleging that she was blindsided by the romance. And NeNe is basically saying that it's BS. Okay. She says, but as far as Neone's wife or they're divorcing, so I'm not exactly sure why she would sue me. I didn't meet him while he was with her. I spoke about it. Okay. Now, of course, the lady is suing her for $100,000 for alienation of affection, which you can do in the state of North Carolina. NeNe says, I feel like it was more of a shakedown. Okay. She says, we can't get him, so let's get her. And of course, I can make a good headline for you. Okay. So there is that's going on with NeNe. So she says that this is all a shakedown. Do you agree? All right. Now let's take things over to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay. So what's going on in Beverly Hills? A lot, okay? We didn't even get a new episode last night, but there is plenty of talk about Beverly Hills, not only due to the recent attacks on Garcelle's son via social media, which Bravo has actually spoken out about, and I did reshare and post on my Instagram, but there's also been talk about the potential for Kimora Lee Simmons to join the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay. And so one of those places that featured this was the Jasmine brand.
Call me all the time. People call me and try to get me to be part of their show.
So she's saying that Housewives producers approach her every season. Okay. So apparently she says, people call me to be a part of their show all the time. I actually recently just said that I would take a meeting with the producers, but it's still determined about whether or not she would really actually join. Okay. She says, I wouldn't mind doing it. It would just have to be under the right circumstances. And in my mind, that means the right coin circumstances, baby. The right coin. Give me the coin. All right. Give me the coin. Um, and she actually goes on to talk about how she really is not the one for people to try to come after about some bogus drama. She's not really here for that. She would really much rather do something that's more empowering and uplifting to women and that sort of thing. And quite frankly, I mean, there's kind of some scandal that had been going on with the man that she had been with. Okay. I will place that link in the description for you down below so you guys can check that out for yourselves. And again, we say all of this is, alleged, okay, especially with regards to that story, but it is very interesting. Okay, so she got some things that are going on that had gone on in her life that would be very interesting to hear her talk about as well. But in my opinion, I mean, if you're really gonna shake up this cast, which it definitely needs a shake up, then this is what we do. Okay. Now, I have seen posts on who is it on Instagram? Housewives of ATL. I've seen, I think, post about Kimora Lee Simmons quite a few times. And then I've always thought myself personally, Tori Spelling, because it had been rumored that she has been trying to get on the show for years. And to me, I personally kind of think you might even be able to replace Elisa Rinna with a Tori Spelling, because I think that Lisa Rinna at this point in time probably needs a time out simply because of so much that she is going through and putting herself through on social media. I think that you bring in a Tori Spelling to be a wild card, someone who you don't really know what they're going to say or do, who is going to stick their foot in their mouth. I think you bring in a Nicole Murphy, because I think a lot of people have been a little bit disappointed with Cherie in terms of how we thought that she would have Garcelle's back a bit more in these instances. And then people are upset because she was posting happy birthday to Diana on the Instagram after Diana has done so much to basically come after Garcelle on social media. And then I think you can bring in a Kimora Lee Simmons because she also has a name. See, I personally think that I prefer cast members who we don't know versus big names. Personally, I think that's how you get a Sutton. That's how you get a again, I reference a Karen Huger who we did not know before the show. That's how you get an Aikisha who just joined Bell Collective. That's how you get these firecrackers that people just don't know. And those people are not so consumed with how their image or their brand will be affected by what they say or they do, that they can just naturally be their authentic selves. But Beverly Hills is difficult to cast in that regard simply because you've already established that there are so many names on this show. It just so happened that Sutton fit in with this group because she was able to come in and really shake up the table. And I think if you added these three women and maybe take away three, Diana included, okay, and it's a toss up between Pretty Mess and Dorit, okay? Because I mean, we don't need both of them, to be honest with you. We really don't. Now, I mean, that's just my thought. But you guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And of course, like I said, Nicole Murphy, she got some, she's had quite a few scandals of her own, okay? But I think she also has the sass and the attitude and the connection to actually make this a thing. To me, this is how you can fix the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills for the next season. All right, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I will be looking forward to your commentary. All sources and information links will be in the description if you are watching this on YouTube. And if you are not, head on over to YouTube so you can get those links in the description down below. With that being said, I will catch you in the next video.